In this video, I asked 6 complete strangers to share their biggest confession.
I secretly dance in the shower.
I'm afraid that I'm getting more boring.
Marrying the wrong person.
I hate my boss at work.
Pulled a runoff, which is stealing.
Just wanted to pause this video to say to make sure to subscribe and drop a like on this video. Enjoy.
My confession is that I secretly dance in the shower without someone knowing.
Why is that a confession?
I just love dancing randomly, and I just couldn't resist it wherever I am, whether it's in the bathroom or in the bedroom.
Is it something that you're going to keep doing?
I would definitely keep doing it. It actually makes me happy every time I think about it.
How would you feel if someone caught you dancing in the shower?
I will be very, very disappointed. I don't have any clothes on.
My confession is more of an insecurity. I'm afraid that I'm getting more boring and that people are noticing that.
What is triggering this?
A lot of things. I'm about to go overseas and visit my sister in Mexico. She's been backpacking for about 10 months. I feel like she's super cool and living her best life and doing all that, and I'm really keen to go visit her, but I don't want to be her uncool older sister.
I get you. So is it more of sort of like a comparison thing, right? Like you look at other people and you think their lives are more interesting from the outside?
Yeah, completely.
What makes a boring person, do you think?
For me, myself, and I think that being boring is feeling unsatisfied and unhappy with life and feeling like you're just kind of doing the same routine and repeating things.
Is that you right now?
To a point.
You said something to me before we started recording. You never thought you'd be the type of person to get like a 9 to 5 and sort of live that type of lifestyle. What did you picture yourself doing?
I finished university at the end of 2020 and I thought I'm going to go traveling for 2 years, and then of course COVID was still doing its thing and still living its best life. So I really wasn't, and so I just started working because I needed the money and I had nothing else to do. And then that was like, 2 years ago now, and I'm still kind of doing the same thing.
Okay, to flip the question, what makes a person exciting?
Someone that is passionate, someone that is motivated, someone that looks forward to opportunities and meeting people and going on adventures. Yeah, just someone that's a joy to be around, I think.
I mean, you're going to Mexico next week, right?
Yes, I'm very lucky. I feel very privileged to be able to afford to do that.
Out of curiosity, with insecurities, right, they always stem from somewhere. Where does this stem from? Is this maybe a jealousy sort of insecurity, like you look at other people, or where does that stem from?
I think for me, it's not jealousy. It's more that I have quite high expectations and standards for myself. I've always seen myself as someone that's doing fun and interesting things, and I can kind of see myself getting a bit older, slowing down. I think it's more a fear that I'm going to become boring and everything's going to become routine and mundane. And I think it's the fear of losing myself and becoming someone else that makes me feel insecure about it.
Is there maybe a person that you experienced in your childhood where you looked at them as a boring person and then put them on a pedestal of not wanting to become like them, if that makes sense?
Ooh.
Hard-hitting
I don't
questions.
think of anyone like that. I think it's more so I've seen people that are really exciting and people that I think, oh my God, I would love to have your life. And I think I aspire to something towards that. And then I feel if I'm potentially not going in that direction, then I feel a bit insecure about it.
My biggest fear in life is marrying the wrong person.
Where does that fear come from, you think?
The relationships I saw growing up, I think, and this precious time, man. Big world out there. I want to experience it with somebody. I saw a lot of good examples and a lot of bad ones. Just I have a big family.
Have you met the one?
No.
Have you been searching?
I'm working on, being right to grab that opportunity rather than focusing on outwardly looking.
Why does that fear hold you back?
I think the basis of why it holds me back is because it's something based on somebody else and not dealing with myself.
Is it a fear of wasting your life away with the wrong person?
Just spending my time with the person that I shouldn't be, and then that would mean the person that I should be spending my time with is out there not with me. So
What would be sort of the ideal woman for you?
I don't know. I'll know it when I see it, I guess.
There's a lot of pretty girls out here that are all looking at you, dudes.
Basically, growing up, my mom was pretty messed up, and I never really had love towards her. So I kind of resented her for doing stuff to me, basically.
Do you guys have a better relationship now?
Not really. I feel I see her more somebody that I talk with.
What are some things that you did experience as a kid?
My dad and he left basically. She kind of got into, I wouldn't say depression, but she kind of took it out on me.
Right.
And she would hit me. It was bad.
How do you think that affects your current day-to-day life? Because I feel like having a relationship with a mother is so important, right?
Yeah, definitely. I feel just growing up, you feel in a ball. You're trying to like protect yourself. I feel like it impacts you a lot.
It's like when you go through stuff at home, right? You try to make yourself as small as you can and unnoticeable almost.
Yeah, pretty much. Like every time I just go to like the house, I hate going to my house basically. It's a type of vibe that you feel from like coming from your parents. I can't stand like being close to them.
Is she aware of the things that she did?
Yeah, one time we had the saga, she like said sorry and everything, but that meant nothing basically. It's just like words.
Do you feel like you forgave her at least for those things that she's done, or do you feel like you still have a lot of unforgiveness towards her?
I feel like I still have like that unforgiveness. It makes me think like how I want to treat my child, like my children, you know?
Right.
Like I'm not trying to like give them the same life.
One of my confessions is I was walking past by here and I saw this, as you can see, there is like a protest about
The vegans.
yeah, the vegans. I mean, they got their own point of views, but honestly for me, I feel if we're all gonna eat like veggies, it's not good for our health.
So what's the confession?
Sorry, I went down.
What was that?
I hate my boss at work.
Why?
He gives me a hard time all the time. He'll say something, and then all of a sudden he says something else. Like he'll promise me, oh, you can take your bending off like this day, and then I come up to him and he's like, oh no, I didn't say that.
If he offered you out to like have a fight in the octagon, what would you say?
Well, like I used to do Muay Thai and mixed martial arts, BJJ. I'll knock the shit out of you.
My confession is that I pulled a runoff, which is stealing from a store. I was really fiending for a vape. I was with a mate and we walked in and we asked to buy a vape, and I'm not trying to be racist. It was a Chinese guy and he was being really rude actually, really giving me an attitude, and I really didn't like it, and I wasn't actually thinking about, you know, taking a vape and just running out the store, but I was like, fuck this cunt, I'm gonna do it. My mate paid for some Mentos and I saw the vapes kind of on the other side. So I peered around the other counter and I saw that there was a vape there, but it was his personal one. And I was like, fuck it, may as well just take this one.
You took his vape.
Yeah, I took his own vape.
In a vape store, you took the owner's vape.
Yeah. Walked out the store casually, then we went around to kind of a public playground where there was toilets, and we walk out of the toilet, and as we're walking out, this big four-wheel drive truck pulls up to where we are at the end of the street, winds down the window, and it's him, the Chinese guy, who winds down the window and goes, you gotta go pay for that? Well, I couldn't really understand him well, maybe because he was Chinese, but I freaked out for a second, and I was like, oh, what? So then I started walking to the store and he started reversing, and then I sidestepped the car and started bolting in the other direction, and I see him and he's slowly, he knows where I am. It was like Jurassic Park where like the eye is like peering, and I ran across this two really busy road, and he actually went through that road. He broke the law twice by going through.
Oh my gosh, dude, he broke the law.
I started jumping through people's fences. He knew I had his vape and he was really pissed off.
He was fuming.
He was fuming. No, he didn't catch me and I was a happy man. I walked home.
Well, my guy Mo, thank you for your time, bro. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Appreciate your time, man. Thank you, Lily, for your time.
Yeah, not a worry. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark, for your time. I appreciate it. Have a great day, bro. Thank you, man. My guy, thank you, bro. Appreciate that too.